Okay, I'm gonna make a quick video just to show you the difference between cheap tools and good tools. Okay, this is a spark plug wrench or socket. I'm sorry, made in Taiwan, and the only insert it had to grab the plug was this cheap little thing. Okay, so it's out now, but you can see inside this set all the way down in there, okay, like that. Well, I used this to put the plug in, 1,000 miles ago or whatever. This is on my razor, and didn't have any problems, and pulled the spark plug socket off, got it tight, pulled this off, put the wire plug on. Didn't think anything of it. So anyway, I go to change the spark plugs this time, and I can't find my good spark plug wrench, which has really nice rubber stuff, and lo and behold, it's made in the USA. Okay, so anyway, I couldn't find a good one, so I'm using these cheap ones, and actually I did find this one, but I couldn't get the spark plug socket down onto the teeth of the spark plug, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I knew I didn't strip the spark plug putting it in. So I took an endoscope and put it down in there, and this is what I saw. Okay, where is the square part for the socket to go onto? You don't see it, do you? So I'm thinking it burned off. I'm thinking catastrophic plug failure. Something's seriously wrong here. I don't know how I'm going to get this thing out. So I ordered a socket easy out. I tried the 16 millimeter socket, which is what the plug is. It just spun around it. Okay, so I thought, well, let me try a smaller one, see if I can even grab any part of that plug to get it to turn. So I put the 14 millimeter in, and lo and behold, what comes out is this, except this was way farther in. That boot that had been left on when I put that plug in was actually covering up the bolt heads of the plug, which is why you can't see them in the endoscope video, and why I could not get any socket to turn that plug. So when this came out, I'm like, I thought it was part of the plug wire, but it's not. This was part of this socket that did not come off when I installed the plug initially. So once I figured that out and got this out, pulled it out of here, put my good American socket on, and the plug came right out. Okay. More with the story. Don't use cheap tools. Okay. It's not worth it. It's just going to cause you headaches. They don't last. They don't perform like they're supposed to. And quite frankly, this created a mess for me that should have never happened. So just go and buy good stuff. Spend a little bit extra money and avoid stupid issues like this that I had to spend $40 on this extractor kit, which I don't mind. I can always use that. But, that's not really the point. The point is I shouldn't have had to do any of this, except for a cheap Chinese socket. Okay? I doubt if anybody else will ever have this problem, but take it for, with a grain of salt. Don't use cheap tools. All right? All right, guys. Bye. Okay, quick part two. I forgot to mention something. The reason I had to change the plug to begin with was because it started running just a little funky, and I was getting some weird exhaust fume smells, like something was burning that shouldn't be burning. Well, now I see that when this was left over the spark plug, and I mean it was all the way covering down to here. Okay, it was totally covering these bolt heads. That was holding in a lot of heat in this plug, and if you go back to the endoscope picture, you'll see that the aluminum housing, the hole that the spark plug goes into, is burnt. And that's what I was smelling, is that aluminum burning, because this plug was getting so damn hot from all this extra insulation of the heat. So I just wanted to add a second part to this and kind of throw that in there. But that's what started the problem initially. The Razor runs fine. Everything's back to normal. Everything's cool. But I did want to add that on. That just kept a lot of heat into this plug, and it just failed. It was still running. It fired right up, but it just wasn't running right. And it was getting so hot that it was actually scalding that aluminum housing. So everything's good. Thank you.